All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
Down, 20.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Let's go, Ty. Express.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Don't get nervous. 29. And 96 is coming. We got Mike 96.
Check pass.
Hey, dude. Mike 96. Here we go. 96. Here we go. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharp. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. H3-2-18. Chopper. 59's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss. Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
One down. 185, 637.
Hey, Steve 6.
Steve 6 is coming. We got Mike 96. Express. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Yellow. Smoke. You don't see me in your
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 24. Check 24. 694.
From the gun, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit. 53 is the mic. I got you. I got you. 53 is the mic. 53. Check.
Throwing again. Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
What now? 85. 53, I'm here all day. I'm here all day. OP. Watch out. Slam.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Carr now to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Hill, the intended receiver once again.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
Hey, right 52. Yellow. Watch the run. Let go.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96.
On first down, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, 57, 57. Delta. 29.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow. I'll go on.
Silver. Check 43.
Attack.
Hey, 25 to 22 jet bomber. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the ship.
Hey, Sunday.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Yellow.
Show it up. Check.
They'll run it with Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
52's the mark, boys. 52. 15.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. It's Kelsey on the ground. And, this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Right down. Right 85.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
734.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Carr now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, 116, 116, boys.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
High 7. Express.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Bravo.
Express. 53, Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Ripley.
24's the mic.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
24's the mic.
Attack.
Resume, fellas. Let's go.
Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Tight dog. Check 37.
Let's get it. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
It's coming. Double up.
Easy. Shoot.
A give to Williams, running right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Kill. Turn up. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Sundown.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're trying to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
Check, crunch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Go, Chief.
Back.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Let's go.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his left. Completes it to Hardman. 33 yards that time. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Hey, 57 colors.
Switch.
Hero, 15. Hey, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
93.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr got his man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. White Monday down. 36.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He'll have another first down and more. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes, caught, Kelsey, left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yellow, Argelani!
I got him.
On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. And his pass incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
15.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The 16-yard line.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Check 24, check 24.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
24 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
3 down. Hey, 43. 24 is the mic. Let's get the ball.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
24 is the mark.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, getting them out of the game.
Down! You wide, 53. You're mine.
On first down, Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Today's final score.